Hey guys, Malakith here, part 25 of my Irish campaign. So let's have a quick overview of the map. So you can see England's managed to get most of itself under control and is busy kicking Norway out. We got called into that fight by one of our allies. But they're also getting their butts kicked up here. The Orkneys reappeared yet again, along with this Trondalag, who have taken Iceland off them and this whole northern region. Equally, Switzerland's getting its ass kicked as well. Finland rose up and just took all of this territory, and then a couple more just sort of split up what was left of them. So Denmark's about the only one holding together up there. On the eastern side, you can see the two sort of Khans are busy conquering everything. Rostov is just gone. It was this golden hoard area. It's just been wiped out entirely. The Teutonic Order have still got a bit up here, but they're not going to hold off these guys, I don't think. Yeah, this lower Khan's even starting to get up into Finland. And in the south, there's not much going on. The Byzantine Empire is sort of holding strong and seems to be managing to withstand its border against the invading Khans. Hungary's pretty much wiped out Croatia. The Roman Empire's sorted itself out again. France is still extending down into Spain. And for those who remember, we just had war declared on us in Spain by Seville here. And they want this huge region you can see coloured in. I'm not quite sure how they've managed to declare war on quite so many regions in one go, because they're not all part of the same sort of territory. But we're going to have to fight for it. So I'm going to have to raise everything I've got, I think, to even have a chance of standing against these guys, because they got some pretty monstrous armies last time, if I remember. So let's just clear out some of these vassal levies. They can go away. Inheritance warning. Title, not really interested in usurping that at the moment. So we can call allies. So this is this guy here. So we'll call him. And then it's time to start raising troops. So the ones from Ireland are already raised in there. So it's time to group those guys up. So if we raise the realm, march everything together. I think I'll worry about the fleets once they're all grouped up. So I'm going to unpause this slowly, just to monitor what happens. So I've got a few thousand troops marching around. And there's some peasants revolt. Excellent. Don't they just love revolting in the middle of a war? And he's saying that, no, we can't help. So he's a nice person as well. Gonna march those guys down here so they can be picked up nice and easily. I think I'm gonna lose this army to these peasants, which is unfortunate, but so we lost that fight. Wasn't much I could do about it. Wow, look at these guys, massing silly amounts. Let's see, is there a holy order available? I don't think I can quite recruit one. No. Mercenaries wise, I could get one, but they're not a huge amount of troops extra. I might just see how I do on my own to start with. So let's start sorting out these boats. So this army's assembled. Group that fleet together, I think, if I can. Yep, there we go. And chuck them on it. And making my head down there. I probably can't pick him up on unfriendly land. That's going to be a pain. So these guys are now grouped up. So at least try and get those peasants out of the way early if I can. Those armies. So they've got nearly 10,000 troops marching around now, which is nice for them. I think I may actually just leave the rebels there. And head those guys back to the coast to meet my other army. In fact, he's killing them for me. So my son is saying my spy master is a traitor. I'd be inclined to completely ignore him. I'll just tell him that he thinks the evidence is rubbish. Okay, so my steward has just died. So let's see who we got. He's fairly good. Apparently he's possessed. He has frequent and violent episodes, speaks in tongues, spits and assaults those nearby. Well, at least no one will go steal the money off him. And I can dismiss those boats. Merge those units. So I've got some more troops I can raise. Not really sure where they're going to come out. Ah, everywhere. That probably wasn't what I wanted. load more up here as well. Dismiss those guys. I don't really want to attack him, that's the problem. Okay, so that thing with the King of Norway's finished. Just need a few more piety points and I can get a Crusader army down. Going to be every little helps in this fight, I think. So they're sieging that fairly quickly, which is unfortunate. There's one of my mares dying. Was it for a holy order? 157.5. I've got 153. I don't think I'm going to be able to just save Salamanca if I just sit here and wait for them. A lot of his force is light infantry, but I think he'll get an advantage terrain-wise if I do attack him. Comparing armies. Oops. Oh, the Queen's dead. My ruler's now unmarried, and it gives me the option to marry someone else, which is a bit strange, but can I get any... Oh, I guess my character's going to be too old to marry anyone. I won't worry about it. So comparing the armies... Oops, if I merge them, I can see my own composition. So I have slightly more heavy infantry, more light infantry. Cavalry, he's got more light cavalry. He's got more archers. And he's got more pikemen. I'm not confident. Which is a bit strange because you should be able to sort of attack a sieging army quite nicely because they'll all be encamped around the outside, but this game doesn't seem to replicate that particularly well. So I'm going to continue to sit here and hope that gets to 1.157.5 before that gets too high. Doesn't seem to be working. What's this? Oh, revolt has broken out. Back in my home province as well. Really? No, I'm going to have to attack. First, however, I'm going to hire some mercenaries to kill off this lot. And then come down and help. Who do we want? We could go with these guys. Yeah, go on then. Yeah, they got a territory advantage. More peasant revolts. It's going to be close. Oh no, they just managed to wipe out huge chunks, but then we did the same to them. Defeated. Open council positions. My Stuart's gone again. Let's track the next guy in. So what happened up here? Don't have much in the way of levies to be able to raise. I'm also just short of enough for a holy order. Can raise a few more troops down here. It's not large numbers. Back in their mercenaries. So he's managed to win his siege. The mercenaries are getting the butt kicked again. Useless buggers. Fine, I'll hire another one. It's unfortunate. At least I can then bring them down. Should have raised the larger one to start with. I also can now raise a holy order, so we shall do that. Just need to get the boats to bring them. Battle of Galway was a success. Galloway, can't remember what it said now. So send them down there. And we need another 50 boats. We haven't got that many boats left. Yes. So the fight down here. Again, it's going to be close. Ah, we've won. And we've captured somebody. 2 of them, in fact. And are now sieging back our castle. There's a jihad against Beirut. Ships. those ships. I do need to walk over and deal with them at some point. Oh, my spy master has just dropped dead. So we've got this guy who has some crazy stats. Look, 25 diplomacy, 20 in spy master. He's my cousin. That's just ridiculous. Actually, no, let me just stay there and siege. I do need to go and deal with that rebellious siege over there, but hopefully I can siege Salamanca down quick enough that they can then march over and deal with it. Burgundy's attacking down here, it seems, along with somebody else. What's this? So this guy's been accused of being a heretic. The bishop likes me a lot, so I'll go with no, he's not. No idea why, just felt like it. Siege of Molina. We're about to lose this one. I do need to keep an eye on my money though. Defeat. So the rebels have captured one of my castles. I will go deal with them shortly. We've got the army of Leon raising its own troops. Not quite sure what they're up to. So that's 2 sieges, one. Oh, he's gone in there to beat those guys up. Nice. They seem to have lost. Well, actually, no, one's probably running away and the other one's chasing him. So, over here, killing off the rebels. Now we're sieging their castle. Sevilla's had a rebellion against it. You've got 2 splinter states. I'm going to dismiss the army that was my own troops. And just leave these out because that lets my own troops replenish themselves. So I can pull them back out again later and do something with them. Seems these guys are trying to expand into this territory that declared independence, so that could go well. Right, let's see if I can sell off some of these prisoners I've got, just to get some money back. He's been in prison for 21 years. They still don't want him. It's just unfortunate to be this guy, really. They're willing to pay 25 for that guy. And 25 for that one. I'm impressed with the length of time the other guy survived in my prisons, though. He's obviously a lot hardier than the Irish, who seem to drop dead as soon as they've been in there a couple of years. This province up here is definitely getting sieged to death. So hopefully my allies here will expand out in a little bit. Ideally I'd like to declare war on these guys while I've got all these troops out, so I can capture it and expand down there. Okay, we've had a peace offer. So he proposes that he loses 200 prestige. He pays me 423 gold. I gain 100 prestige and he loses his claim on the Duchy of Leon. I can go with that. Primarily for the reason that I can now attack these guys with all these troops and all that extra money. Who is it? Going to... Why can I not declare war? Oh, we have army levies raised somewhere. Somewhere. 51. Okay, they've gone. I have no idea where they were hiding. So now let's try. So I can claim those two on the coast, that one, or I've got two claims on there. Obviously I'm going to go for the double. It seems that everyone's at war with him. Let the sieges begin. Oh, I've got idle spy master and idle steward. I should probably fix that. Sorry to the OCD members of the people watching. I know you like sending me messages saying this annoys the crap out of you. So I will try and resolve this now. What's my economy tech like? It's quite good there. But down here. I'll stick him in there. And he can study technology somewhere. Oops. Stick him in there. Right. Could usurp that title, but I'm not sure how long the gold will last, so I'm going to keep it, and I'll do it later if need be. Okay, my guy has lost the trait patient. Apparently some ability to be a steward as well. Is there anyone that will marry him with a high stewardship? So give me an allegiance. As a courtier. Let's try that again. I think they're all going to be courtiers. Oh, you got the Princess of France. But it doesn't give me an allegiance. I'm after the stats, really. He's going to die soon, he is 68. So I'm going to go with that one. Why not? It's not like I need the prestige. And the alliance may come in useful later. And I will take the gold. So yes, that bumps my domain available, or allowance, up considerably. So who's this guy's heir? He's got a terrible stewardship score. That's going to be an issue. He's 41 and his wife's 53. Intriguing. So over here we've got the siege progression. It's going to speed it up. Yep, he's saying there's never been a shortage of soldiers. Sure, great. King doesn't feel well. Good timing. That was the bishop dying, and my king's now perfectly fine. Had me worried for a second there. And we're about to win one of our sieges. Ooh. Someone else has converted to Catholicism, but the enemy's just had a reasonably large army up here. Peasants of Salamanca have revolted. And something interesting has gone up here. Brittany seems to have snuck in and stolen one, which the Holy Roman Empire seems to have done to them as well. Called Leon. Okay. But our allies here did manage to get one of the pair, so that's a brief advantage to them at least. And the peasants are busy fighting the Muslims who we were previously fighting, so I may not even have to do anything. Well, nowhere near as much as I was going to have to. Put those together. In they go. The peasants are revolting somewhere else. Prince Julian of Ireland is complaining I've raised his troops for too long. When did I raise his? I dismissed them. Okay. That's probably because I went straight from the... Fair enough. All he likes this time. It's his province that's rebelling. That's the second siege. There's another one. Excellent. So the chaplains managed to convert the majority of this province. Or was that somebody else? Can I still find it? No, it's gone. Yeah, it doesn't look like that guy. It looked like somebody else. So one of my other provinces is converted of its own accord. That one maybe? Well, anyway, one of them has converted itself to Catholic. So this guy's gone. Dismiss that again. To keep an eye on the money. These sieges going. There's another one. So that's that province dealt with. Seeing as they're not my troops and I'm going to dismiss them soon, I'm going to go with a castle assault here. So that's quickly raised this up. So we should be able to... No, apparently it's just a flesh wound. I'm going to go for it again, I think. Oh, what the hell? Okay, my king of 70 is managing to have a baby. Well, he's definitely expanding the kingdom. One of my more successful leaders, I should think. Now, do I push another assault? This is the question. So Tangiers has managed to rebel again down here. Let's just have a quick look at the rest of the map. So it seems the however you pronounce human have managed to swipe a huge chunk of land off of the Golden Hoard. But the other Khan, he's doing just as well as he always was, really. Norway's still not in a good shape. It's splintered everywhere. Sweden equally being captured by everything going. I'm sure the Byzantine Empire is expanding in this direction. It may just be my imagination, but though they do seem to have some sort of form of rebellion going on. The Shia Caliphate seems to be absorbing more and more regions. But anyway, back to the interesting part. So we've nearly captured it. My concern is that they surrender to their old lords before I get this off of them. So this niece is trying to lower crown authority again. Just tell her to end her plot. So we should win this siege and then they might surrender. 84%. No, he's still not having it. Peasants in Zamora. That'll get crushed nice and quick. There we go. So, didn't take too many casualties. Dismiss that again. I like the way the king manages to teleport down here and lead it himself every time. Even at 70, whilst making babies. You definitely can't say he's inactive. So we have Patrick. Is he? No, he doesn't become the heir. It definitely stays as the first queen's child. Although the second queen will probably now try and kill off all of the originals. So we should finish this siege here, which should then end this war, hopefully. No, he's still not having it. Fine. Let's see if we can smash that army, that might help. Oh, Seville managed to steal it back. That was what I was scared of. That's unfortunate. But at least we can create the Dukedom of Portugal now. We don't have to usurp it. Vassals might revolt. Where's this guy going to revolt? He's title claimant. I hold too many dukedoms. He's ambitious is the -50. So he's now the Count of Oriol. He has no wife, no children, a couple of siblings. So if he does something silly, I'll just take him out and that's it. End of his line. He can go to one of his siblings. Disband this unit. And with that, guys, I think I will end the episode there. I'll just do a quick review of the map. So we didn't gain anything in Ireland in Spain ourselves. One of our allies gained one here. Brittany managed to steal the second one, which at least splits Seville off from being, on both sides of our territory. France is definitely pushing down here in a heavy way, trying to take out this, what was it, Cordoba? Tangiers keeps rebelling down here, so these guys are just constantly fighting multiple battles, which is always a good thing. Holy Roman Empire's sorted itself out. Hungary seems to be getting invaded by the Khan, which I believe is this one, the one that showed up first, the Ilkhanate. The Golden Horde lost some of its territory to these guys, but then seems to be pushing right into the Roman Empire, which is surprising, as it's kind of a very odd line they've taken, which would imply they're getting pushed from all sides, but maybe not. And they're definitely mixing in with the other Khan nation quite heavily. Scandinavia is just a mess. It may sort itself out eventually. And then England has done its usual trick of rebelling all over the place. You've got York raising up as its own province. In key news, Norway has now captured back Cornwall, but is currently losing it again to England. So they're still fighting over the surf spots. And the Orkneys have captured Norfolk and Suffolk, starting the chain of people with 5 fingers but 7 toes. which is the standard sort of stereotype for that region. More toes than you should have. So anyway guys, hope that was a good episode for you to watch. See you in episode 26.